difference to me. In Leningrad, which had become St. Petersburg again, I could not recall the name of the hotel where I had spent the night with him. During the visit, the only trace that remained of this passion was my knowledge of a few words of Russian. Exhaustingly, and in spite of myself, I continually tried to decipher the Cyrillic script on signs and billboards. It surprised me that I knew those words, that alphabet. The man for whom I had learned them had ceased to exist in me, and I no longer cared whether he was alive or dead. In January or February 2000, I started to reread my journals from the year of my passionate affair with S. It had been 5 years since I had opened them. For reasons that need not be specified here, they had been stored in a place that made them unavailable to me. I perceived there was a truth in those pages that differed from the one to be found in Simple Passion, something raw and dark, without salvation, a kind of oblation. I thought that this, too, should be brought to light. I neither altered nor removed any part of the original text while typing it into the computer. For me, words set down on paper to capture the thoughts and sensations of a given moment are as irreversible as time. Are time itself. I simply used initials when expressing a judgment that I felt could harm the person to whom they referred, and also to designate the object of my passion, S. Not that I believe that in doing so I could protect his identity, a vain illusion if there ever was one, but because the derealizing effect of the initial seemed consistent with what this man was to me, the embodiment of the absolute, of something which instills a nameless terror. The outside world is almost totally absent from these pages. To this day, I continue to feel it was more important to record daily thoughts and actions, the things which constitute the novel of life that a love affair is. Details from the socks he did not remove while making love, to his desire to die at the wheel of his car, rather than the current events of the period, which can always be checked in archives. I am conscious that I am publishing this journal because of an inner imperative, without concern for how S. might feel. He could rightly judge it an abuse of literary power, or even a betrayal. I could understand if he defends himself with laughter or disdain. I only saw her to get my rocks off. But I would rather that he accept, even if he doesn't understand, that for months, without knowing it, he embodied the principle, wondrous and terrifying, of desire, of death, and writing. Autumn 2000. 1988. September. Tuesday the 27th. S. The beauty of it all. The very same desires, the same actions as at other times in the past, in 58 and 63, and with pay. The same drowsiness, even torpor. 3 scenes stand out. That evening, Sunday, in his room, as we sat close to each other, touching, saying nothing, willing and eager for what would follow, which still depended on me. His hand passed close to my legs, stretched out in front of me, and brushed them each time he put his cigarette ash in the container on the floor. In front of everyone. We talked as if nothing were going on. Then the others leave, Marie R, Irene, Hervé P, but F hangs back, waiting to leave with me. I know that if I leave S's room now, I won't have the strength to return. Then everything's a blur. F is outside the room, or almost. The door is open, and it seems to me that S and I throw ourselves at each other. Then the door is closed. By whom? And we are just inside, in the entry hall. My back, pressed against the wall, switches the light off and on. I have to move aside. I drop my raincoat, handbag, suit jacket. S turns off the light. The night begins, which I experience with absolute intensity.